Are you ready? Are you ready for the thrill of victory? Are you ready to taste victory? Are you ready to take your sports betting to a whole new level? Sit up, put your feet on the floor, because we have work to do. Welcome to the grind. Welcome to Cappers Nation, your weekly all things sports betting show. Tune in live every Thursday at 8 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Let us make you a more successful sports bettor.
Happy New Year's. Now we got audio. Welcome, everybody. Cappers Nation Live, January 1st, New Year's Game Day edition. Welcome, 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 everybody. Glad to have everybody here. It is going to be a fantastic day, another fantastic day. So, welcome, everybody. Good old infamous Tom Weiner in the house. What's going on, brother? Matt, Anthony, Bobby, Chido in the house, Robert, Toby, Andre in the house, Jeff in the house, Bobby Munoz. Says, Kyle, any good specials on Cappers Nation Premium or personal plays? Yeah, Bobby, buy any package of $99 or more of premium personal or NHL package for $99 or more today, and you'll get my game of the week for free. Or you can just buy the game of the week for $1 more than that at $100. Much better deal. William tuning in via text message. Good morning. Shane, good morning. Malik, good morning. Ray, good morning. Rio C, what's going on? I saw your tweet. Yes, I am going live. I was actually busy texting all my personal play clients the games for today, the money-making plays. Raymond, good morning, sir. Kathy and Gary, good morning. Jeff, all the way up in Canada, good morning. Glenn W, Ed A.G, Devin, Jeremy, what's going on, guys? 2011, good morning as well. Enrique Mendoza, good morning. Welcome on board as well, Enrique. Glad to have you on board with us as well. Everybody tuning in. Miss Kochuk, good morning. I'm sure I butchered your name, and I do apologize, but I'll continue to butcher everybody's name. So we're just now, Mr. Stretch, good morning. Happy 2020 to you as well. Just getting rolling. It's going to be a fantastic day, and it's going to be an even better year. I got to tell you, 2019 was an amazing year, not only personally, but for my family, for the company, for absolutely everything. And I hope you guys had a great one as well. And you know what? 2020 is going to be even sweeter. Let me tell you. All right? It's going to be even sweeter. So, jump into a full recap. If you guys do not know, I do have my game of the week. My game of the week is today. It is in college football, and it's going to be a flat-out flipping winner, all right? It'll be a nice big win. I have seen the alternative spreads. Yeah, they're actually sometimes very attractive. Hold on one second. Give me 1 second. All right. James H., good morning, good morning, good morning. We're definitely going to get this year kicked off right. Congratulations to everybody that tuned into the live show yesterday. You guys got some nice winners. During yesterday's live show, we gave you 3 winners, 2 during the Kentucky game, all cashing while we were live, as well as a daily free play winner. Going to do a full recap of everything that we did. If you guys purchased from our promo yesterday, you need to log into your account to get my game of the week. I do not text out my game of the week. It is posted on the website for everybody to see. Glenn W., what's going on, brother? Glad to have you. Full recap of everything that we did yesterday, which was great. All right, guys, going to go over. Let's start with free plays. Daily free consensus play. LA Clippers laying 7 against the Kings. Blew them out. Winner. During the live show, we gave you, as soon as we got on live yesterday, we gave you Kentucky first quarter team total over a half a point. Easy winner. Then during the second half, when we were live at halftime, we gave you Kentucky's second half team total over 10. That was a winner. Andre, did you just sign up, brother? If you did, I'll get you on the list. Actually, I see your order. I'll send them to you right now, brother. So during the free show, that's 3 free plays. And then when we were done with that, gave you guys a huge premium play on Wyoming laying 7. Absolutely blowing out Georgia State. Money in the bank there. Free plays yesterday, guys. 4-0, baby. 4-0 on free plays. In 1 second, let me text Andre the juice right here. If you guys want to be cool like Andre and everybody else, get on board my personal plays for today. Andre, they just got sent to you, brother. Glad to have you back on board. Free plays so far. This week. 5-2, not bad. Could be better. We'll be better after today. Don't know if I could promise you 4-0 free plays because we gave away the farm yesterday. So the rest of the recap. Good morning, Mr. Watson. Good morning, Garrett. Whenever you're ready, we are here. Hold on 1 second. Enrique, I see you just jumped on board for 3 days of the premium plays. Welcome. You guys all have access to my game of the week. Enrique, I just got it to you as well. Everybody that purchased either yesterday or today, you should have access. Remember, when using a cell phone on our website, make sure you turn it sideways. Click on the small little box that's got 4 little windows in it. And then scroll down. And you'll be all set, all good to go. Alrighty, we're going to get this show on the road, do the rest of the recap. Alex, good morning. First King, what was his free play for today? Haven't given it to you. Alrighty, hold on 1 second, folks. Alright, recap from yesterday. Consensus plays, our small little baby consensus plays. 2-0. Kentucky, Virginia Tech over 46.5. And the Toronto Raptors, actually 3-0. The Toronto Raptors laying 9.5. And then the LA Clippers -7. Free play winner for everybody there. Boom. NHL ended up having a rough day, 1-2, but we hit a huge monster dog. Big dog yesterday. We dropped Toronto and Minnesota over 6, sitting at 4 goals after 2. Couldn't get nothing going in the third. So that one ended up going under the total of 6. Dropped that one. We dropped Florida +110. And then we hammered home the Blackhawks +170 on the money line yesterday. Big underdog in the NHL for a nice big win. Bowl package. Tough day yesterday. Florida State, Arizona State, under 54. That was a nice winner there. That was a real nice winner there. We had Navy team total over 27.5. I know a lot of people ended up getting 27, and Navy definitely let us down. And that huge trick play at the very end of the game to set them up into field goal range was a disaster for us. A botched snap when they were trying to spike it. I was hoping it was going to get the clock to run out. Unfortunately, they were able to spike the ball with a couple seconds left, kick it, and win the game with the field goal at the end. I was hoping for OT, so that way we had a chance to get it. Dropped that one, and then Texas and Utah over 54. That was a tough one. After scoring 3 in the first quarter, 7 in the second quarter, just 10 total first half points. Touchdown away at the very end of the game. Was shitty, but we all knew Utah wasn't going to score much. But I thought they'd put up a little more than the 10 that they did. So we had a chance. That's all you can ask for. So 1 and 2 there. Bowl package is still plus money there. Still well ahead and into the green. My personal plays, another winning day on my personal plays yesterday. Nice big 3-1 day yesterday on my personal plays. Kentucky plus 2.5, winning outright. The extra scoop and score for the extra 6 was icing on the cake for us. Had Florida State minus 11.5 in college basketball. College basketball, we won that one by the seat of our pants, by the little skin, winning by a hook there. I dropped Northern Iowa, was my only loser on the day yesterday. Northern Iowa laying 6. That was a tough one there. And then Navy moneyline minus 145, and I know it even dropped down to 130. So 3-1 on my personal plays yesterday. Great day there. Premium plays, another winning day on premium plays. What are they now? 9-2 the last 3 days, I think. 4-1. Oh no, that was my personal plays the other day. I think 9-2 run. 3-1, 3-0, 3-1 the last 3 days. Nice little run going, much needed. And premium plays yesterday. The only loser on the day, Florida State plus the 4. That late touchdown given up to Arizona State. What do they have? 6 turnovers on the day. Gave up a pick 6. I mean, it was absolutely shit to lose that one, but congratulations to Arizona State. Obviously, it stayed under, which was good. But the only premium play we lost yesterday was Florida State plus the 4. We hammered home the Celtics laying 7.5, blowing out Charlotte. Obviously, we won Wyoming. I gave you guys that for free yesterday. And then the big one, the Texas Longhorns plus the 7, blowing out Utah. I gave that to you guys for free without spelling it out. Without actually saying Texas plus 7, I gave you guys that one as best as I could as a freebie without telling you what it was. Easy monster blowout 7-point dog winner. Hopefully, everybody else in the world now realizes that Utah is 1, overrated, and 2, overhyped. Shouldn't have been a 7-point favorite. Hell, they shouldn't have been a 6-point favorite against Oregon, yet they were. So hopefully you guys were all able to read between the lines and get on that one. And we weren't done there. During the show, gave you guys 3 leans, 3-0 on all our leans. Virginia Tech over 46, winner. Georgia State, Wyoming over 44, easy winner. Duke under 140.5, college hoops against Boston College, winner. Winner, chicken dinner. 3-0 on leans. Leans in the last 3 days, 8-1. 8-1. Absolutely chicken dinner. More like a steak dinner. I think we're at 37 thumbs ups. You guys are asking. I see 37. If you guys are new to our channel, first of all, welcome Cappers Nation Live. We go live 7 days a week. Monday through Friday, we go live noon Eastern, 9 Pacific, breaking down all that day's action. Today, we're going to be centering around the 4 bowl games and some college hoops if we get some time. Game starting in 26 minutes, so we are going to get underway. We've got 2 games starting in 26 minutes. If you guys are not aware, Robert Allen, any free plays today? There will be free plays, and our daily free play video is already out there. Daily free play is already out there. Robert Allen, you're low on funds? Well, you should have watched yesterday's show. We gave out 4-0 plus 3-0 leans. Just free plays and leans yesterday was a nice big 7-0. Karen C., good morning. Safe travels down to the Rose Bowl today. Fast Freddy, my wife had surf and turf yesterday. She had filet and crab. I opted for the cowboy pork chops. Figured I'd end the year eating some pork chops. We definitely printed money yesterday. And we're going to do it all over again today. Not only that, but we gave away some killer packages yesterday. Big D Mall won a month of premium plays. Mike K won a week of my personal plays. We gave away, I don't know, what did we give away? 4, 5, 6 prop packages. Oh yeah, and props went 2-1 yesterday. Props had a winning day yesterday as well. Did I pay the babysitter handsomely? Babysitter was my in-laws. Spenny, you didn't watch the show yesterday. You need to watch the recap. You could always watch the recap. You don't even have to watch it. You could always put an earpiece in and listen to it. Aaron, thank you, sir. Always going to be a great day today again. Starting out the year on the right foot, that's for sure. Going to be a great time. That is for sure. Could not be more excited. All right, so whenever you're ready, Robert, makes no difference. Thomas says Bama and over Minnesota and under Wisconsin Baylor. Hope I have winners. All right, so what we're going to do now, we're going to jump right into the breakdowns because we do have 2 games that start in now 23 minutes. And just so you know, if you want to be on board my game of the week, you have 23 minutes. Literally, you have 23 minutes to get on board my game of the week. That's it. That's all you get. You get 23 minutes. You better hurry. You want it for free? We'll give it to you for free. Purchase any premium play package, NHL package, or my personal play package for $99 or more, and you'll get it free. So go sign up for 3 days of premium plays, 3 days of my personal plays, a bigger package, and you'll get it. Unfortunately, Coach Huck, that it's only for a one-time thing where you get the game of the week for free. They won't give you next week's game of the week for free. It's for just this week. Yes, Shapendi, 23 minutes until the games start. 21 minutes. Shane says Alabama, Oregon, Georgia, Trailblazers, great money line parlay. All right, so we're going to jump right into it because we are running out of time. But hold on one quick second. I have one account to activate. Mr. Munoz, I am going to be sending you my personal play. So hold on one second, sir. As well as I'll be activating your account. Remember, if you're using a cell phone, you got to turn it sideways. Mr. Munoz, I just sent you a text message. And I just sent you my games. And I just activated your game of the week. So if you're using, because I know you already have our bowl package. So if you're using a cell phone, make sure you turn it sideways. Click on the little box that's got 4 little windows in it. Now you'll have access. You don't have to call in. It tells you to call in to get your personal plays, but I just texted them to you. So make sure you get that game of the week. What time do the premium plays go off? First one is coming up. First one goes off in 20 minutes. And then there's not another one until later this evening. Only one early one. Never as KC, good morning. Jonathan, what's going on? You're very welcome from Wyoming. James H. says it's easy for Baylor. I guess we'll find out just how easy it is against an SEC team. Guess you will all find out. All right, guys, we're going to jump into the first breakdown. Michigan, Alabama. Remember, I got games of the week. I got premium plays. I've got personal plays on all of these games today. So you may not get a lean or a side or a total, which way that makes you unhappy. Oh, well, we'll put you in the right direction, though, and I'll at least give you an unbiased breakdown. All right, guys, game 263, 264. Alabama opened up as a 7-point favorite. That line is now up to 7.5, guys. Taking a look at our friends over at 5 Dimes. Give me 1 second. Let me pop them up real quick. Total opened up at 54.5, and it has shot up. I'm seeing 60 at MGM, 61 at the Westgate, and it is only going higher. Just this morning, it was at 58.5. Right before we went live, about an hour ago, it was at 58.5. 5 Dimes has it at 61. With Alabama laying 7.5 minus $1.05, you can get 7 minus 125, or you can get plus 7.5 minus 115 for Michigan as well. David, I see you just jumped on board for 3 days of the premium plays. I'm activating your game of the week right now, sir. You have access to the my game of the week. Remember, if you're using a phone, turn it sideways. Click the small little box that's got 4 windows in it. Alrighty, don't forget, 18 minutes away, folks. Come on, man, let's do a game, baby. It's never good to rush me. Never good to rush me. All right. Who Dat Bob says, don't forget the like button, guys. Help Kyle, help us. Give me 1 second, folks. Give me 1 second, folks. Bobby, check your account. Check your account. You have some stuff in there. It's just a small little sample until I get the official prize for your big win of the champ. You've got my game of the week in your account, Who Dat Bob, as well as premium plays. I know you already got my personal plays and the bowl package. That's just a little start to what you won and you're going to have a lot more in your account here very shortly. All right, back to the game, guys. Michigan 9-3 straight up, 7-5 against the spread, 8-4 on the over on the year. Michigan coming off their loss to Ohio State, where they got absolutely pummeled, 56-27. That's generally what happens when Michigan plays a real team. Alabama 10-2 straight up, 6-6 against the spread, 7-5 on the over. They are coming off their heartbreaking loss to Auburn, where they lost 48-45. They also lost to LSU 46-41. So, arguably, Alabama lost to two of the best teams in the country. Obviously, Auburn not one of the best teams, but they're definitely ranked up there as well. Hold on one second, folks. Let me send a screenshot of my games. Make sure everybody has them real quick. So hold on one second, folks. I know it sucks to have to wait. I know. It sucks to have to wait. Sometimes life sucks and then you win. One second, make sure everybody has my games. There's a couple people that needed to renew for my personal plays today, but I ended up texting them to you anyways, just because I didn't have time to tell you it was time to renew. So if you're up for renew, it's time to renew, baby. Give me 1 second, folks. Got a couple more to send. I thought I sent them all out, but apparently I didn't. All right, we're good to go. No, I live in Boulder City, right outside of Vegas. All right, guys. Michigan, Alabama, like we said, coming off their loss to Auburn. Taking a look at both teams. They haven't played since 2012, so obviously, everything that's you can find between these two teams, throw that shit right out the window. Michigan 11-4 against the spread. Their last 15 games versus an opponent after a close straight-up loss of 3 points or less. Alabama 1-9 against the spread against opportunistic offenses averaging less than 12.35 yards per point. And Michigan 11-1 on the over in their last 12 games against the SEC. The last 12 times they played the SEC, the total has gone over 11 times. All right, 11 times. They also gave up 56 points to Ohio State, 14 to Indiana, 10 to Michigan State, 7 to Maryland, 14 to Notre Dame, 28 in their loss to Penn State. They also gave up 35 in their loss to Wisconsin as well. Taking a look at both programs, guys, as fast as we can do both of these games. Michigan, guys, averaging 33 points a game. Alabama, 48.2. Michigan averaging 150 yards rushing the ball on 38 carries at 4 yards per carry. Yes and yes. Thanks, Tom. I appreciate that. Helping me out. Alabama guys averaging 170 yards on the ground. 5 yards per carry on 34 carries. Michigan, on the other hand, averaging 252 in the air, 8.1 yards per passing attempt. Alabama, 343 in the air, 10.8 yards per passing attempt, and a low 10.6 yards per point. Take a look at both of these two teams on defense, and you are going to see similar numbers with the exception of turnovers. All right? Similar numbers. Michigan averages giving up 19.5 points a game. Alabama, 18.8. Not much difference there. Rushing yards. Michigan gives up 119 rushing yards on 39 carries on average, 3 yards per carry. Alabama gives up 135 rushing yards on 35 carries. They give up a few yards more on a few less carries. 3.8 yards per carry on average given up to opposing offenses. The passing game. Both excellent at defending the pass in the secondary. Michigan giving up 174 yards at 6.5 yards per passing attempt. Alabama giving up 183 in the air at 5.9 yards per passing attempt. Turnovers. Both are in the plus category on turnovers. That's why there's a 9-win and a 2-win team, or 9-win and a 10-win team. All right? Michigan +2 on turnovers. Alabama +16 on turnovers. Alabama has been great all year long protecting the football as well as creating turnovers when they're on defense. 14 turnover differential for Alabama in their favor. Quick question, if the bet says, will a special team or defensive TD be scored, is that for a TD only? Yes. All right, so as far as this game goes, I've got a play on the side and the total. Raymond says go blue. We have a bowl package play as well as a premium play on this game. Alex says Baylor, Minnesota, and Oregon. Is that your underdog moneyline parlay? So moving right along. Remember, guys, you can still buy our bowl package. You can still buy our bowl package. You'll get every single bowl play that we have. You'll get 2 days of soccer. Speaking of soccer, excuse me, we already posted soccer. Soccer is already posted on the website. One game, I believe, is already underway. There's still one more. You'll also get 3 days of our prop package. Shapendi, I see that you just renewed early for my personal plays. I just put the game of the week in your account right now. Think about that great deal, guys. Game of the week is $100. Game of the week is $100. But if you spend $99 or more on premium plays, personal plays, or NHL package, and I will open it up in the next 9 minutes to anybody that buys the bowl package, because the bowl package, you're not getting the full bowl package because bowl season is almost over. We still got another week. You buy any of those, you're going to get my game of the week for free, or you could just go buy the game of the week for $100. All right, so moving right along, the next game, game 265, 266, Minnesota, Auburn. This is going to be a great game, guys. 265, 266. Auburn opened up as an 8-point favorite. That line has been down to 7 for quite some time. Total opened up at 49, and it has shot up this morning with some money coming in on the over. Total opened up on this game at 49. It's up to 53.5. At the Westgate, 53.5 at the MGM, 54 on the BetMGM app. Taking a look at our friends over at 5 Dimes, they have Auburn laying 7, Minnesota +7 minus $1.10, and the over and under at 53.5. Joshua, good morning. Fast Freddy, what else do I want to offer in the next 9 minutes? The next 7 minutes, actually. The next 7 minutes. What can we offer in the next 7 minutes? Probably nothing. But there is a package up that's 1 year of premium plays, 1 year of my personal plays, every one of my game of the weeks, and guaranteed Saturday plays for the next year. That one's $5K. Anybody that buys it in the next 10 minutes, we'll double it, make it 2 years. There you go, Fast Freddy. Get it, boy. Get it, buddy. Alrighty. So, here we roll. Minnesota, Auburn. Reading the comments. I bet Tom wants to smash Wisconsin. Minnesota 10-2 straight up, 6-4-2 against the spread, 8-4 to the over. Going up against an under team, Auburn 9-3 straight up, 9-3 against the spread, 4-7-1 on the over, 7-4-1 on the under. All year long, Minnesota 8-2 against the spread against decent scoring teams averaging 30 points per game or more. Auburn averaging 34. Auburn 7-14 against the spread against a good team with an 80% or better winning percentage. Auburn 24, 11-1 on the under when playing on more than 13 days rest. The Outback Bowl has gone over the total 13 of the last 18 games. 13-5 to the over in the Outback Bowl out of the last 18 Outback Bowls played. Taking a look at Auburn, have winning 3 of their last 4 games with a loss mixed into Georgia. They beat Mississippi 2014. They lost to Georgia by a touchdown, 21-14. They had a gimme game somewhere along the line against Samford, beating them like 502 to nothing. Actually, it was 52-0. And then they beat Alabama 48-45 to absolutely just demolish Alabama's hopes. Before that, they had 2 other losses. They lost to Florida by 9. They lost by 11, 24-13. And they also lost to good old LSU by a field goal, 23-20. Rio C says Minnesota is going to find out what it's like playing the big boys. Ray says Auburn in a shootout. Alex says Oregon by 6. Taking a look at Minnesota, guys. 2-loss Minnesota, losing to Wisconsin 38-17. They played a semi-real team, losing 38-17. They did beat Northwestern 38-22, and they also lost to Iowa 23-19. If you guys remember, the entire world was all over Minnesota. They beat Penn State 31-26, shocking the world. And they came in, they pumped their chests, and they said that, they're the big dogs. They're going to be in the playoffs, yada, 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 yada. But then they actually ran into a real team with a real defense. They ran into Iowa, who held them to just 19 points. Iowa beat them as a 3.5-point dog, beat them by 4. Then they came up back, and they beat up Northwestern. And then they ran into a Wisconsin team that also plays a pretty good defense. I mean, they're only one of the best in all of football. Held them to 17 points. So 38-17 loss for Minnesota. They're definitely out to right their ship and put their mark on this game. They finally have a real opponent in Auburn. Let me tell you. They have a real opponent in Auburn. Minnesota definitely going to come out guns a-blazing and try and do their damage. Minnesota averaging 34.3 points per game, 176 on the ground, 251 in the air. Auburn averaging 34 points per game, 211 on their run game, 4.8 yards per carry, as well as 210 in the air. All right, 210 in the air, 6.8 yards per passing attempt. On defense, Minnesota giving up 22.4 points per game to Auburn's 18.6. Minnesota gives up 128 rush yards, 3.8 yards per carry, 185 yards in the air at 6.7 yards per passing attempt, whereas Auburn gives up 18.6 points per game, 115 on the ground at 3.4 yards per carry, and only 208 yards in the air at 5.9 yards per passing attempt. Both teams are in the plus category on turnovers, +4 for Minnesota, +6 for Auburn. This is going to be a great game, guys. I think it's I think this one's definitely going to be better than what a lot of people are expecting as far as this game goes. Justice, what time do my plays go off? My plays don't start until later. My first play is not until later, till 5 p.m. My plays are all late today. Other than game of the week. Other than my game of the week, that goes down in a minute. James H says 2 minutes till kickoff. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. All right, folks. One second here, move my screen around. We're going to jump into the next set of bowl games. We're going to do the Rose Bowl, Wisconsin and Oregon. We're also going to do the Sugar Bowl, Baylor and Georgia. That's going to be a great game, too. Baylor taking on 5th-ranked Georgia, getting just bumped out of a playoff spot. So definitely going to be a handful of great games today, let me tell you. Ryan says Bama 44, Michigan 27. Shane says Bama first half is a great bet. Princess Chachu says he'll take Minnesota team total over 23.5 to score against a real defense. Good morning, Stack Guap. Ray says he's got Mama first quarter, assuming it's Bama. Just teasing you there, Ray. Don't worry, I knew what you meant. Ron Rivera has been hired as the Redskins' new head coach, if you guys weren't aware. Jack Del Rio is his defensive coordinator. Be a great combo. Shitty team, great combo. Princess Chachi says rolling with Michigan and Bama over 60. All right, guys and gals. First of all, if you are new to this channel, take 1 second out of your day. That's all we're asking. Take 1 second out of your day. Hit that subscribe button right down below. Hit that subscribe button right down below. Hold on 1 second, folks. All right, so hit that subscribe button right down below if you haven't already done so. Why? Because you're going to be notified every single time we go live or we put out a pre-recorded video. All right? Free plays yesterday, 4-0. 3 of them came from the live show. It pays to hit the subscribe button. So hit the subscribe button. Tap that little bell right next to it. That way you get instant notifications each and every single time we drop a video. And then, when you're done with that, do us a big favor. Give us a big thumbs up. Let us know you appreciate all the hard work that we do to bring you guys the free content 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We don't ask for a lot, but it sure helps us out. So definitely give us a big thumbs up in the video. Hit that subscribe button, tap that little bell, and you're on your way to success. Just yesterday's live show, we gave you guys 3 leans, all 3-0. Gave you 4 free plays, all 4-0. Jonathan, Kyle, in your opinion, who holds second and third to the SEC in terms of conference? Second and third? I'd have to say... Can we separate and say the SEC East and West for first and second? No, but if you had to take out of the SEC, and is it overall? Overall, I'd have to say the Big Ten is probably second. Maybe. The Big Ten, the Big 12, second and third. In no particular order. Give them a nice tie. Because they're all coming in last, usually behind Alabama in the SEC. But I mean, you can't just take Clemson out out of theirs because they're the only powerhouse where they come from. So Clemson coming out of the ACC, they've got some quality teams, but the rest of their teams aren't, up to the Big 10 or the Big 12 level, with the exception of Clemson. Kyle asked, does Auburn cover the 7, anyone? Eddie G says it sure does pay to hit the bell. Absolutely it does. Absolutely it does. Auburn intercepted the ball. Welcome to playing a real team, Minnesota. Welcome to playing a real team. That's what happens when you play a real defense. You guys have to remember, especially in these bowl games, a lot of you guys get hyped up on a team and that number that's next to it. Thank you, Tom. It definitely does pay to follow on Twitter. If you haven't already followed on Twitter, here's a direct link to my Twitter at CapNationKyle. J Camp, Auburn is not playing Georgia. J Camp says, I think Auburn fans win because Georgia won't show up. Georgia will not show up because they are playing Baylor a little bit later today in the Sugar Bowl. In Louisiana. Jeff, good morning. Moose, good morning. Auburn is playing at Raymond James Stadium in Florida against Minnesota. So I don't expect the Georgia fans to show up at Raymond James Stadium today. I'm trying to say this with a straight face. But there'll probably be some LSU fans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome today rooting on Baylor going up against Georgia. Robert Allen says he got Auburn -6.5, -124. I was trying to say that all with a straight face, guys, the best I could do. I was trying to hold a straight face on that one. Hold on one second, folks. Give me 1 second, folks. Justice, welcome on board, brother. I see you grabbed my plays. So I just texted you my personal plays. Even though the game started, I did give you access to my game of the week. You might be able to live bet it if you can. Auburn with a field goal. I don't know what I'm on, Robert. I mean, I do know what I'm on, but obviously with in-game betting and all of that, I'm not about to give away the plays that people have been paying for. Not until they're done. Win or lose. Three 0 Auburn. Don't worry that, high-powered offense of Minnesota, they'll come out guns a-blazing again. Give me 1 second. Okay. So, the next bowl games don't start for 4 hours. What in the world are we going to do? Michigan with a 50-yard return. That'll piss off Saban. That will piss off Saban. So what in the world are we going to do? We got 4 hours before the bowl games start. Maybe it's time to find you guys a nice little play, huh? Maybe it's time to break down the other games. Put you guys on the juice. I do have a great free play coming up for you guys. Might turn a lot of heads. Definitely going to be a good one, that's for sure. Definitely going to be another great day. Alrighty, so I have no clue where my live chat went. There it is. So what we're going to do now, all 100 plus people that are tuning in live, we're going to break down the Rose Bowl. That's coming up next for us, okay? We're going to do the Rose Bowl next. Then we'll do the Sugar Bowl. Then if we have time, we'll do some college hoops. Don't know if I'm going to have time. Moose says he likes the sounds of confidence. Well, if you're on my personal plays, it's going to be a great day. Hold on one second, folks. Alrighty. J Camp likes Baylor plus the 4. So here's what we're going to do. You guys are all going to follow what Moose72088 just said. He says, Hulk smash the like button, folks. So, if you haven't already done so, hit that thumbs up button. But you all are not going to do what J Camp just did. He just said he cracked his screen, giving the Hulk smash. Hold on one second, folks. All right. TD Alabama, what are they? One offensive play and Alabama gets a touchdown? 3 and out for Michigan. Alabama gets one play and they get a touchdown. Marquette Watkins, prop bet plus 440, a winner. 84-yard TD pass on Alabama's first offensive play. Jim Harbaugh, welcome to playing the SEC. Roll Tide, right? Thank you, Mr. Watson. Talk about a blown coverage right there. He could have crawled into the end zone. Well, he did. I didn't even have that game on. 7-0 Alabama. False start on Minnesota. Those Georgia fans are probably being too loud. Just teasing you. Whoever said that, I forget who said that, but I'm just teasing you. Just teasing you. If we can't have fun doing what we do, then we shouldn't do it. My mom always told me that. If you can't have fun doing what you do, don't do it. Hey, Minnesota getting a first down. Marquette Watkins, Alabama first field goal plus 440. Very nice. Very nice cash-in ticket there. All right, so what we're going to do now, let's get into the Rose Bowl. But first, the line opened up on that game, Wisconsin laying 3. They're still laying 3. They're still laying 3. Total on that game opened up 49.5. It's up 2 points to 51.5. Taking a look at our friends over at 5 Dimes. Let's refresh the lines and see what we get over there. -3, minus $1.10. +3, minus $1.10. Over and under 51.5. Minus $1.10, you get over 51 at -116 as well. But what I want out of you guys, post up in the comment section. Are you guys rolling with the Ducks plus the 3 points as a pissed off dog? Or are you taking Wisconsin laying the 3 points? And are you taking the over or under? So post up in the comment section which one you guys are rolling with. Alex says he's taking the Ducks. Alex, are you going to the game? Mr. Coach Chuck says Wisconsin -3. That's odd. Wisconsin by double digits and under. Robert Allen says Wisconsin. Shane says over and Oregon. Toby quacked the 3. And I hate the Ducks. They win. Next money, though. Jeremy says over and Oregon. Jonathan says Wisconsin in the under. Garrett says Wisconsin money line. Anthony says Oregon plus the 3. Ray says love Alabama first quarter -3. Garrett says Big Ten over the Pac-12. Definitely going to be a defensive shootout, that's for sure. Jonathan says Ducks let down after stomping the Utes. Or they could be out to really prove a point that they deserved to be in the playoff race had they had not lost to the Sun Devils. I wouldn't say the Ducks have a cupcake schedule. They step out. You forget who they played in the beginning of the year. They're willing to travel and play and showcase their talent. They lost to Auburn by 6 on the road. That was a neutral site game played in Alabama, so it wasn't neutral site other than it wasn't at Auburn's home stadium. Oh, Jonathan, yeah, absolutely. Pac-12 does get no love. But that's primarily because we have the Colorado's, Oregon States, Washington States, Cal, and now USC at the bottom of the barrel. Although USC did beat Utah, and they actually won the entire Pac-12 South. They won out in there. They just didn't win the actual South title because they were willing to step out and play some other games. Shane says 31-28 Oregon. All right, guys, going to jump into this game. Love all the new names jumping in here and commenting. Love to have all the new people. Always great having new people join us. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button right now. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right, reading through the comment section. Love the comment section, guys. Keep posting. All right, so what we're going to do now, jump into the Rose Bowl. Going to get you guys on a free play here in a little bit. Free play coming in not too long. Going to get you guys on a nice big winning free play. as well. Maybe something else. You just never know what we're going to do. All right, guys. Wisconsin, the 3-point favorite here today. Yes, Alabama, Auburn and Minnesota 3-3. Wisconsin 10-3 straight up, 8-5 against the spread, 6-7 on the over, 7-6 to the under. Taking a look at Wisconsin, guys, suffering their 3 losses. They lost to the Fighting Illini of Illinois 24-23. They also lost to Ohio State 38-7. And they also lost to Ohio State a second time, 34-21. If losing to the first time wasn't bad enough, they had to lose to them a second time. They do have wins. They beat up Minnesota, which wasn't saying much. They beat up Purdue, wasn't saying much. They beat up Nebraska, wasn't saying much. They did get a big win over Iowa, we'll say that. They beat Iowa in a lower scoring game, 24-22. That did go over the total of 37.5. If you guys remember, we were actually on the over in that game. They had a 38-0 blowout victory over Michigan State, 48-0 over Kent State. They did beat Northwestern 24-15, but so did just about everybody. They did get the big win over Michigan in week 3, actually week 4 of college football, 35-14. They did beat up Central Michigan 61-0 and South Florida 49-0. Then you got the Oregon Ducks. 11-2, 2-loss program, 7-6 against the spread, 6-7 to the over. 7-6 to the under. Both programs combined 14-12 on the under. They did step out the very first game of the year. They did go on the road to play Auburn. It was a neutral site game there in Alabama, not far from Auburn's home stadium. They ended up losing by 6. They were catching 4. That game stayed under the total of 54.5. It was 27-21. They came back. They smashed Nevada 77-6. They beat Montana 35-3. They beat Stanford 21-6. They beat Cal 17-7. They rolled against Colorado 45-3. Beat up Washington 35-31 and Washington State in a close game 37-35. They beat my Trojans 56-24, and then they beat up Arizona 34-6. They ended up having a heartbreaking loss to Arizona State, which ended their chance to be in the playoffs before it ever started. They were laying 13. They lost 31-28. They made a huge comeback. Huge comeback. It wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough. They came back. They beat Oregon State. They struggled in the beginning. They ended up beating them, though, 24-10. And Pac-12 championship game, pummeling the Utes. If you guys remember, we were on the over. We were on Oregon money line. We were on Oregon plus the points in that game, plus 6.5 points. We absolutely cleaned house on Oregon against Utah in the Pac-12 championship game. Yes, sirs and ma'ams, Auburn returned for a touchdown. He was off to the races, and he never looked back. Minnesota, welcome to playing the SEC. We'll take those points. We got 13 first quarter points so far. 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. We've already gotten 3 scores. Was that a 97-yard kickoff return? Lou Flacco, there never is a lock. We all know that. Let's take a look at what Alabama's going to do in their second offensive possession. Pretty sure the ball's on the 50 already. We're close to it. Ooh, Alabama going to be punting. Lewis has got to take Oregon today. I don't know. Definitely going to be a great game. I think of all the bowl games that we have today, I think this one is probably the best one. This one Wisconsin and Oregon might be the best football that we see played by two teams in a game today. Not saying it's going to be a close game. Not saying it's going to be a blowout game by either team. Not even saying that it's going to be a shootout. Or maybe it will be. But what I'm saying is it's actually going to be a very good game. You want to watch good football? I think we're going to see it between Wisconsin and Oregon. We're going to have two of the best defenses on display. One gives up 16.1 points per game. The other gives up 15.7. Definitely going to be a great defensive game. But a lot of times we see that two big defenses in the SEC, Alabama, LSU, they go at it head-to-head. What happens? You get nearly 100 points scored. So, diving in depth into these programs. First of all, Wisconsin 8-2 against the spread. Their last 10 games on more than 13 days rest. Oregon just 2-8 against the spread against elite rushing teams, averaging more than 5 yards a carry. Wisconsin loves to run the ball, averaging 5.4 yards per carry. However, Oregon's run defense this year is extremely improved, and we're going to talk about that as well. Both of these programs love to run the ball. Oregon used to be a huge air raid attack. Marcus Mariota, we all know that. However, without Chip Kelly there, they have been more of a running program the last couple years. They run more run plays than they do passing plays. Wisconsin averaging 34.6 points per game. Oregon 35.9. Wisconsin averages 241 yards on the ground. They average 44 rushing plays to 24 passing plays, averaging 201 yards in the air at 8.3 yards per passing attempt. Oregon, 37 passing plays, averaging 183 yards, 5 yards per carry. Both of these teams love to run the ball, and they're effective running the ball. Oregon averaging 33 passing plays, 267 yards in the air, 8.2 yards per passing attempt. Andre, what's going on, sir? Also, when you're taking a look at the defense, we've got two of the best defensive units in the country on display today in the Rose Bowl. Wisconsin gives up 16.1 points per game. 102 yards on the ground is what they give up, holding teams to 3.4 yards per carry. Giving up just 191 in the air, 6.3 yards per passing attempt as well. The Ducks, they give up 15.7 points per game. They give up 107 yards rushing on 33 carries, 3.2 yards per carry on average. Auburn fumbled it. Turnovers are going to be key in that game. As we saw already. Interception by Auburn, now fumble by Auburn. Auburn wants to win. They got to limit their turnovers. Minnesota's got to play clean from here on out. Yeah, I just watched it. Minnesota ball. All right, guys. As far as Oregon on defense, they give up 107 yards rushing, 3.2 yards per carry, 223 in the air at 6.1 yards per passing attempt is what they give up, and holding teams too. Both of these teams are plus turnovers in the turnover department, plus 3 for Wisconsin on the year. An actual low number. Plus 13 for Oregon on turnovers. Looks like it touched the Minnesota player first. Yeah, it looks like it never touched him, the replay that I saw. You guys are ahead of me, so let me know what happens. So, between these two teams, have they played each other? Yes, they have. Although they haven't played each other in 7 years. 8 years, actually, now, because it's 2020. Oregon beat them last time 45-38. Total went over 3 of their last 3 times they played. But here you go. Favorites are 10-2 straight up and 8-4 against the spread in the last 12 Rose Bowls. As far as an opinion on this one, maybe I'll give you a free play on it. Maybe. We do have a premium play on the total. I do have a personal play on the side of this game. Maybe that'll be the one that I give away for free. Free plays were 4-0 yesterday. Try and keep them clean and 100% again today. It is a new year, folks. It is a new year. New day, new year. Wednesday. 10:30 and I'm looking for breakfast. Where's my bacon and eggs? Play is under review. Have they came up with a decision yet? J Camp, new dollars? Absolutely. Oh, well, there's going to be a lot of turnovers in that game. Anybody who says F my life because a team turned over the ball, you should probably stop gambling. No offense, Robert. If losing one game, or you didn't even lose a game, if one possession, one turnover is really going to affect your life that much, you're doing this all wrong. You're doing this all wrong. Lou call stands, thank you. You're doing this all wrong because it's way too early in a game and it's way too early in life to let one play worry you. But if you're one of those people, you definitely shouldn't be betting. Justin, what's going on? Happy New Year's. All right, guys, let's get on to the next one. Let's get on to the next one where Georgia is actually playing. Where Georgia is actually playing. The Sugar Bowl. 7th ranked Baylor. Getting 5th ranked Georgia. Game 269, 270. This one will also be an excellent game. Thank you, Justin. Georgia opened up as an 8.5 point favorite. Total opened up at 42.5. And let me tell you, the sharp money came in on Baylor plus 8.5. Like that. I mean, it was just lights out money was coming in on Baylor. Big money was coming in on Baylor plus 8.5. The line is no longer 8.5. Georgia is only laying 4. So I'd have to say the sharp play was probably Baylor plus the 8.5. Obviously, beating the closing line by 4.5 points. Total opened up at 42.5. It's down 41.5 in this contest. Marquette Watkins, Oregon first field goal plus 650. Is that the first field goal of the game is by Oregon, or just the first scoring drive is a field goal by Oregon? Toby, incomplete. Well, Minnesota didn't have to drive very far because Auburn fumbled the kickoff or the punt. It's early. Take those points if you got the over, right? If you got the under, you're definitely not a happy camper right now. If you're on the under, you're definitely not a happy camper. That's for sure. That's for sure. If you've got the under 53.5 and they're already at 20 in the first quarter with plenty of time to spare, 4 minutes in the first quarter, this game could be over the total in the first half, which I would not be disappointed if that happened. I mean, it's quite obvious we're on the over, so we'll take the points. Worry about the whole game later. All right, guys, Baylor, Georgia. What do I think about the Marquette and Creighton game? Well, maybe we'll talk about that one if we have some time, but I think that's going to be a great game. We actually have a premium play on that one. We actually have a premium play on that one tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Joe, Happy New Year. Kyle and crew just got here. Did I miss much? Just some breakdowns of the first set of games. So nothing crazy. Oh, there's going to be some points scored by Michigan and Alabama. There'll be some points scored in both of those games. Thomas, Michigan, 2nd and 40 on their own 18. Sounds about right. Yeah, Brian, I announced that earlier. He's the defensive coordinator for the Redskins, teaming up with Riviera. If we have time, we'll discuss college hoops. I don't know if we're going to have time today, guys. New Year's Day. I know the little one wants daddy at home, so we're going to try. But as always, we still go live 7 days a week. And for everybody that doesn't know, we will be live again tomorrow. Lou asking, do I like the over? We actually have a bowl package play on the Baylor and Georgia game. Anthony says Redskins stink. They do. They got a good coaching staff now. Redskins definitely have a good coaching staff, which says a lot. That he decided to go there and would not even interview with Cleveland. He told the Browns to piss off. I would rather take a coaching job at Washington with the Redskins over your organization. Cleveland most undoubtedly has the more talented roster of the two programs, but I believe the owners kind of screwed themselves, that whole organization, by going to be hiring their third head coach in 3 years. Lou says Michigan 1st and goal. Toby would have hated him to see him suffer. You know, I think he was the type of coach that could have came in there and commanded the locker room and got them to do what he needed to do. But I think the ownership kind of put themselves in a tough spot by hiring Kitchens and then firing him. They should have obviously bit the bullet, gave him another year, another stumble. At least they could have went out and actually had a high-profile coach that can, control that locker room, tell somebody like Odell to zip it and have his respect. And it probably would have happened. But they're not going to get anybody. I mean, they might get McDaniels. But, I mean, he sucked as a head coach. Without Brady, he sucks. And he won't have Brady. He'll have Baker Mayfield, who do I think is going to coach the Cowboys? Well, they haven't fired Jason Garrett yet, so I'd have to say he's probably the front runner, and it'll either be Urban Meyer or Lincoln Riley. In my opinion, but I'm leaning towards Garrett. I don't think McCarthy will go to the Cowboys. He's a losing coach. Green Bay, who has a horrible roster and an aging quarterback, no doubt he'll be in the Hall of Fame. Rodgers will be in the Hall of Fame. They have a quarterback who's completing just 60% of his passes. If Garrett was going to be fired, they wouldn't have already had 2 coach and owner meetings. Unless they're trying to find another position for him in the organization, they would have already fired him. So they're either trying to move him around inside the organization, possibly maybe vice president of operations or something like that. But if they were just going to shit can him and move him out of the organization, Garrett would have already been gone. My opinion. So Urban Meyers has already expressed interest, said it's a dream job, something he'd never say no to. What am I thinking on the Oregon game? Well, I have a personal play on it. So, not to be a dickhead, but if you want to know, feel free to jump on board. Or maybe I'll give that game as one of our free plays. Randy C., Jerry Jones still coaching the Cowboys. Yeah, no doubt about it. I think if they wanted Urban Meyers, they would have already had him. They know he's not coming out of retirement to go coach the Browns. I don't think he's dumb enough to go to that organization. I think if he comes out of being an analyst, it'll be to the Cowboys or USC next year. So either Garrett Jones or Mr. Meyers. Lincoln Riley, possible. Jay Camp keeps going. You know, he's like family to him. Jason Garrett's brother is the head of their scouting team. You know, his whole family. His whole family is part of, the Cowboys organization. And the way Jerry Jones operates is when you're a Cowboy, he generally keeps you around for life. So they're either trying to move him into a new role. In my opinion, they're either trying to figure out a way to move Garrett into a new role and out of the coaching position, as well as letting him possibly, maybe find a successor. Princess Chacho, I'm pretty sure they both want to win the game. Long way to go before halftime. Long way to go before halftime. But hey, I don't mind the points, that's for sure. That's for sure. I don't mind the points. So I wouldn't be surprised at all. Organization gets moved into another role. Absolutely, Randy. I have heard that, and it's quite obvious, that he is. So I would not be surprised to see him get moved to possibly assistant to the general manager. Maybe Jerry, gives over some control. Andre, I think that's a big possibility. McCarthy's probably one of their, top choices between him and McDaniels. And McDaniels has sucked as a coach without Brady. That's a fact. That is a fact. McDaniels has sucked as a coach. He's probably the more attractive hire because, let's be honest, McCarthy was losing with a great roster in Green Bay. McCarthy was losing with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers and the Packers are winning more without McCarthy. And he's completing less percentage of his passes. And they have less capable roster than they did under McCarthy, which shows a lot. Why do I think the line is so low with the Seahawks and the Eagles? I don't think the line is low. I think the bookmakers have it exactly where it needs to be. I think that game being separated by a field goal is about right for the wild card spot. Seattle on the road. The Eagles, the home dog. 50-1 to win the Super Bowl. Seahawks 25-1 to win the Super Bowl. I think a field goal or 2.5 points, depending on which way you're getting it, is about right. Heck, even the Patriots are only a 5-point favorite against the Titans. Saints are a 7.5 point favorite against the Vikings. All right, let's get back to the last game, guys. Baylor, Georgia, and then we're going to wrap it up. Get you guys on a free play. Love the live chat so far today, guys. If you haven't already done so, hit the subscribe button right down below. If you haven't already done so, hit the subscribe button right down below. But Ashwin, that was a great question, though. on the Seahawks and Eagles game. But I think the line is priced right on that one. I mean, the line was 2 the last time they played. They played on November 24th. Seattle was laying 2 in Philly. They ended up winning 17-9, if you remember. Philly's been a depleted team, but they're the miracle story. They're the miracle story to get into the playoffs. They won their last 4 games: the Giants, Redskins, Dallas, and then Giants again. So obviously, weak schedule. But anyways, we'll talk more about that later in the week. We'll start talking about the NFL as well. So let's get back to this bowl game. You got Baylor 11-2 on the year, 9-4 against the spread, 6-7 on the over. Georgia 11-2 straight up, 7-6 against the spread, and 3-10 on the over. Makes them 10-3 on the under. Makes them 10-3 on the under. Minnesota 4-4 from their own 29, end of the first quarter. 20 first quarter points, we will take it. Would be nice to see another score in that Alabama game in the first quarter. Get them to 21 points, or hell, even 17 wouldn't be bad. Georgia, guys, 8-1 against the spread their last 9 games versus an opponent after playing a game that went into overtime. There's an interesting stat right there for you. Baylor 5-13 against the spread versus an opponent on more than 6 days rest, and Baylor's 8-2 on the under against efficient offenses, averaging less than 13.2 yards per point. All right, guys. The bowl trend. SEC teams are 2-6 straight up and against the spread slide in the last 8 Sugar Bowls. All right, guys. When the SEC plays in the Sugar Bowl, they're 2-6 straight up and against the spread in the last 8 contests. Is that because they're just depleted emotionally and they're just not in it because they're not in the playoffs or they're not headed to a championship game? Very well could be. Very well could be. Taking a look at Georgia. They just lost to LSU in the SEC championship game. They lost 37-10. They just got the snot beat out of them. Every which direction, offense, defense, they got the beat down put on them. They beat Georgia Tech. They beat Texas A&M. They beat Auburn. Their only other loss came to South Carolina, 17-20. And no doubt about it, if they didn't lose that, they'd be a one-loss program, and they would be probably playing in the playoffs, or would have been playing in the playoffs. They more than likely would have took a one-loss Georgia team over Oklahoma any day of the week. Taking a look at Baylor, coming off of their loss to Oklahoma, losing by a touchdown, 33-23. That game stayed way under the total of 66. They were a 9.5-point dog. They covered the total. Baylor's games have gone under the total 3 out of the last 4 games, including games against Oklahoma twice. All right, twice. They had a total of 68 in their first meeting. It went 34-31 and went under the total by a field goal. Their game against Texas, that game also stayed under the total of 45. There was a 34-point score. Taking a look at Georgia and their unders, 7 out of the last 8 games have all gone under the total. The only game that went over the total out of their last 8 games was against Georgia Tech. Had a total of 47. They put up 52 all by themselves. Yes, Michigan in the red zone. Get them points. Put up some points for us all. Aaron says, it's early and my basket of low-hanging fruit is filling up. We love to hear it. First quarter props, Michigan, Bama over. Congrats, Aaron. Take a look at these two teams. Baylor, guys, number 8 in the nation. 35.2 points per game is what they average. Number 5 ranked Georgia, averaging 31.2 points per game. Baylor has been getting the job done running the ball 175 yards a game on average. 4.8 yards per carry, 257 in the air at 8.5 points per passing attempt. Georgia averaging 189 in the air, 189 on the ground, 5.1 yards per carry, as well as 221 in the air at 7.5 yards per carry. Take a look at these defenses, both stout defenses. Baylor gives up just 19.3 points per game. Georgia, 12.5 points per game. All right. Georgia giving up 76 rushing yards a game on average. That is it. Georgia averages giving up just 76 rushing yards a game. 2.7 yards per carry. 199 in the air at 5.7 yards per passing attempt. Baylor gives up 144 rushing yards, 3.7 yards per carry, as well as 215 in the air. 6.1 yards per passing attempt. Both of them are not negative in the turnovers. However, Georgia is a big goose egg on turnovers. Big plus, minus 0. Even Steven. Baylor plus 14 on turnovers. Huge advantage for Baylor on turnovers. However, Georgia loves to run the ball. They average 37 running plays to 30 passing plays. They average 189 on the ground. And Baylor has struggled to defend the run. They give up 144 yards on the ground. Georgia's definitely going to try and exploit that. Establish a run, opens up the play action pass. We all know that. This is going to be another great game. I think the final two games of the day, the Rose Bowl and the Sugar Bowl, are going to be the best games that we get to watch as far as football goes today. Now, I could be mistaken. Maybe Michigan and Alabama stays close, as well as Minnesota and Auburn stays within a touchdown as well. But as far as shootouts go and defense goes, I think we're going to have some great games later on in the evening as well. So, with that being said, I don't think we're going to have time to do college hoops. If I have a chance to go live later, maybe I'll come back to the office and I'll go live later. We'll do some late college hoops, but I don't think, to be honest, guys, I'm going to have time. Even just coming in on New Year's Day was a stretch. The entire office is out. Jay was here until the first games got started. He's already gone. So it's just me here. So I'm going to go back and go back home and hang out with the little one and my beautiful, beautiful wife and kick in the New Year's right. And now we're going to get you guys on a free play. Now we're going to get you guys on a great free play. I love the user participation in the live chat. But before we go, post up in the comments who you guys rolling with. You taking Georgia laying the 4, or you taking Baylor plus the 4? You're rolling with the over 41 or the under 41? Post in the comments who you guys are rolling with. Love to see who you guys have. Help out the live chat. Post it up in there while I get the free play into the system. And I'll get the free play on the screen as well for you guys. And I'll get it in the system and on the screen. Jeremy Baylor in the over. Andre Baylor plus 4.5. I got also thinking about a little money line action. Robert says Baylor Bears. Shane says Georgia in the over. Moose says he's staying away from that one. All right. So here we go, folks. Free play on the day in the Rose Bowl. In the Rose Bowl. We are rolling with Oregon plus the 3. Oregon plus the 3. However, I'm throwing a however out there. As of right now, it's minus 105. If you take Wisconsin, they're minus 115, minus 3. My advice is wait to bet this game. If you're rolling with me on Oregon, I would advise waiting a little bit. Monitor that line. As of right now, it's minus 3, minus 105. The next is going to be minus or excuse me, it's -3 for Wisconsin, -115. The next thing they're going to do is they're going to move it to -3.5. So I do have a good feeling that this one will be 3.5, and you could actually steal a hook out of them before kickoff. So I would monitor this one, possibly get Oregon +3.5 by waiting. If you see it start switching and going in the opposite direction, you see the juice going in the opposite direction, bet it before it goes any lower. But I don't expect it to go anywhere other than higher for Oregon. So we're taking the dog here. Oregon playing in the Rose Bowl. They're very comfortable playing down in LA, as they always have been. Oregon travels well, and as the breakdown goes. So I'm sure I pissed off a few people. Malik, you already got 3.5. Fantastic. So Oregon definitely going to be pissed off. They're not done just beating the Utes. They're not just done pounding the Utes. Oregon feels they should have been in the playoffs. They're pissed that they lost to Arizona State. You're very welcome, everybody. Happy New Year's, everybody. Great to kick off the show. Hopefully we start off the show, 1-0 here, as well as the daily free play. Wisconsin, Frankie says Wisconsin wins. That's fine. They can win by 1 or 2 or 3 for all I care. I'll take them at +3.5 all day long. You can, Princess Chachu, but I mean, I give out the +3. Might as well wait for +3.5. Let somebody bump it up. So there you guys go. Enjoy that free play. Free plays 4-0 yesterday. Leans 3-0. And it's going to be another nice big winning day today. All right, guys, enjoy your New Year's. Again, drink responsibly, bet responsibly, always bet within your means. Take care of the business at home. Thank you, everybody, for jumping on board. Let's have a great year. We started out the show with a great one. So again, if you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you get notified when we go live tomorrow. Based on tomorrow's schedule, first game on the day is at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. So we will not be live any extra early. We'll be live tomorrow, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. We'll break down both games tomorrow, the Birmingham Bowl game, Boston College, Cincinnati, as well as the Tax Slayer Bowl, Tennessee and Indiana. That's going to be a good game right there. All right, we'll break down those. Maybe we'll take a live look ahead at Saturday and Sunday's NFL wildcard action as well. We got 4 NFL games this weekend. Going to be a great weekend full of football, guys, and you guys should be on board. All right, look forward to working with each and every single one of you. If you're just here for the free plays, fantastic. Give us a big thumbs up, guys, in the video. Let us know you appreciate all the hard work. We definitely appreciate it when you guys do. All right, with that being said, good luck. Don't do anything stupid. Always bet within your means. Happy New Year's. And we'll see you all guys live tomorrow. Take it easy, guys. Thank you all.